At this point, I become convinced that this is just an ugly-ass gym that's being run by somebody that runs an HOA as well. It's just somebody that's micro...
No way, no, this does sound like an HOA. Why does this sound like overbearing in the terms of rules that are associated at this gym? We're gonna start with the Fat Files, the gym that doesn't want you there, Planet Fitness. Now, my own understanding of Planet Fitness is that the memberships are, you know, reasonable. I do not know how much personal trainers are. Sometimes they have like extra amenities like those floating tubs. I've never had a Planet Fitness membership, mostly because I like YMCA equivalent sort of gyms for myself.
I had to run some errands with my wife the other day, and one of her errands was to go into this new gym in town and get a membership because they had like tanning beds or massage beds or something that she wanted to use. And we went in, and immediately nothing made any sense whatsoever, and I rapidly became convinced that they were up to something. And I'm gonna figure out what it is.
What, like a scam?
Today we're talking about Planet Fitness, okay? We all know what Planet Fitness is. We've all seen the memes on the internet. I'm not gonna waste time with the big intro. We're gonna get the ad out of the way, and then I'm gonna be unhinged the entire time.
I've seen some like unhinged clips on TikTok, on Instagram, where people will do the wildest stuff to gym equipment. Like the craziest stuff.
All right, you guys know the deal. Delete Me, online subscription model. You give them money every month. They turn around and make sure that data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does this actually do in practice? It gets rid of your personal info, isn't just floating around the internet for anybody to be able to buy for a couple of bucks. Okay, I know what you're thinking because I thought the same thing. I don't want to give Delete Me all my personal information either.
No, I don't want him to be deleted.
Off the
He was
internet.
cute.
Why would I give it to an internet company? You don't really have to give your personal
man.
information. It's honestly kind of creepy. I gave them my name and my email address, and that was it. They came back to me a couple of days later and was like, is this your address or one of your previous addresses?
I'm eating yogurt.
It was. Is this your mom's full name? Uh-huh.
What?
Is that your dad's full name? Uh-huh. Are you related to this person? Did you go to this high school? They knew everything about me and knew exactly who I was just by me giving them my name and my email. All I had to do was answer a couple of yes or no questions as to whether or not that was in fact me, which it was, at which point they're like,
delete
cool,
them,
go ahead,
execute
pay for
order
a subscription
66.
service. We'll go to all the
No,
data brokers
not the
where we found this
younglings.
information and force them to delete it. And
With
as long as
flavor
you keep
yogurt,
being a paying
creme
member,
brulee.
they will continue to monitor all of these data brokers
It's
for your
light and
personal
fit.
information, and if these
It's got
data
12
brokers do
grams of
acquire it
protein.
again, they will force them to delete
And
it
80
again.
calories.
In my opinion, it's definitely worth
And I
it.
put
I've been
Cool
using
Whip
them
in it.
since
It's
before
really
they were
good.
paying me to talk about them, and I'm going to keep using them
like
after
a
they quit
tablespoon
paying
of
me to
Cool
talk
Whip, and I
about them.
mix
If you
it
want to give
together.
it a
It's
try,
great.
I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, so here's what happened. I took my wife into Planet Fitness. We walk in. Immediately, I'm drawn to the fact that everything's hideous. It's Barney purple. It literally looks like the engineer
What's wrong with purple? Anyway.
from the McDonald's play place made a gym. So immediately in my head, I'm like, why on earth would you do this? And I'm like, oh, they probably bought it because nobody else was buying the Barney purple gym equipment. They probably got a really good deal on it at a steep discount, and that's why the membership's so cheap. That makes sense. Okay, moving on. Then I see like the 6-foot tall poster on the wall of all the rules for the gym. Like some of them are like fine, like, you know, no grunting, which, you know, a little bit of grunting, fine. But if you're like screaming, obviously being annoying, I can see where that's an issue. No dropping the weights. Again, you drop a little bit of weight, not a big deal. You drop 600 pounds that you can barely lift. Yeah, you're being a dickhead. Like, I get that, but the rules get progressively more insane. Like, no bringing personal gym equipment. Like, I can't bring a jump rope to the gym. What are we talking about? No powerlifting.
Yeah.
Again, what's the definition of powerlifting to these people? Because if you're not grunting and you're not dropping the weight, what's the issue with moving a lot of weight? Don't really understand. No 1-gallon jugs of water. What? Why do you care what I'm carrying water around in?
You'd keep your mouth shut if you knew it was good for you, buddy.
No water maxing.
At this point, I become convinced that this is just an ugly-ass gym that's being run by somebody that runs an HOA as well. It's just somebody that's micro...
No way, no, this does sound like an HOA. Why does this sound like overbearing in the terms of rules that are associated at this gym?
managing the shit out of everybody else on the planet for no fucking reason. And then the kicker, no tank tops. Obviously, I'm out. I'm not going to a gym that doesn't support the Second Amendment, but, you know, whatever.
Honestly, though, like, that's a based opinion, because just like I enjoy going to the gym to hear grunts, I'm sure guys also like to visually enjoy, you know, the ladies in tank tops. But also, as a woman who goes to the gym, and if I want to wear a tank top, like, it's because I'm sweating. I'm sweating. It's hot. There's other people. It's people-y in there. It's people-y in there. It gets sweaty. It gets hot. Let me wear my tank top in peace. You know what I mean? Like, let me just wear it. Let me wear what I want. It's hot.
This isn't for me. My wife wants to go here. I don't have to go here. It's fine. She can get the membership to use the tanning bed. Whatever. So after the tour, she goes, she fills out the paperwork. She, checks the
Men are not allowed topless. Why not?
little box yes to agree to the contract. And then she hands the paperwork back to the clerk. And the clerk is like, okay, now we just need a blank check. And I'm like, I'm going to pay with a credit card instead. And then you can just keep the credit card on file. Like, I don't know, every other business on the planet. At which point the clerk informs me, we don't take credit cards. We have to have a blank check. It's the only way we'll accept your membership. That's our policy.
What year is it?
Okay, immediately, I know what the issue is. I know why this policy exists because I'm part owner of Pepperbox TV, which is a subscription-based streaming service. This is also a subscription-based business, and one of the biggest loss of subscriptions is when people lose their credit card or debit card and then they forget to resubscribe to your service, and that's how you lose a bunch.
But an entire blank check? Absolutely not. Because what if one of the employees decided he was quitting? And he was done. Imagine the employee that could go and just take all the blank checks and just leave.
Do you get dehydrated a lot, need a drink that won't break the bank? Then you should get Gamersupps. They believe in traditional American values, like anime girl guys. It's caffeine-free and caffeinated in 2 kinds of tubs. Gamersupps improved my social life, and now I can stop seeing people in the mirror. Popular flavors include Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, Sweet 6-Pack, Blowhole Blast, and Sploosh. Use discount ChaCha at checkout for 10% off. Stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated.
Subscriptions, they're trying to avoid that by getting direct access to your bank account because at the bottom of every check is your routing number and your checking account number. Okay, that makes sense. Pretty smart. The reason I don't do it and most other subscription services don't do it is because it's kind of a big ask from the customer to be like, hey, just give me all your banking information with direct access to your bank account and I'll be responsible with it, which is
absolutely not. You're gonna trust a gym to do that? No, I'm good.
It's an even bigger ask when you're running a gym where everything is Barney purple.
Bro, what the fuck you mean, dog?
So obviously, I don't want to give them direct access to my bank account, but I want to be able to get this gym membership for my wife, so I offer a compromise.
That's pretty shady.
Which is like, hey, I'm not going to give you access to my bank account, but I will pay for the entire 1-year membership up front right now, and we can just be done with it. Just take the cash. That's what you're after, right? Businesses are trying to make money. And the clerk is like, no, we have to have a blank check.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Okay, red alarms all over my head, like you have to have my banking information. Why? Okay, this entire time I was under the impression you guys were trying to get money, but apparently you're not trying to get money because I'm offering you money and you're saying, no, we won't accept that. We'll only accept your banking information. So you're not trying to get money. You're trying to get my personal banking information, which sounds like a fucking scam. I've got to figure out what's going on.
Hold.
Okay, so we leave, we go home, I start looking into it, nothing makes any sense. I knew Planet Fitness was big, but they are massive. They're way bigger than I would have ever thought. This company is valued at $7 billion and they made $1.3 billion last year. Okay, but that's not the issue in that of itself. It's a big company, yeah, whatever, that's fine. But here's the kicker, they only have 2,722 locations, which is a lot, but it's not a lot when you realize they have 21 million members. That's more than 7,500 members per location. That shouldn't be possible.
Doesn't add up.
Okay, this is a 20,000 square foot facility, which has a maximum capacity of 200. And maximum capacity isn't defined by this is how many people can be working out in the gym at one time efficiently. No, maximum capacity is determined by the fire marshal with how many motherfuckers can we fit in this room without people dying in a fire trying to rush out. So at 7,500 members, if 1% of your members show up at any given time, which seems pretty likely, you're telling me that every piece of equipment in the gym would be taken up. And if 3 to 5% show up, there'd be so many people crammed in this gym that it would create a fire hazard, and somehow you're just operating away. And when I was in there in person, there was 4 people there. What is going on? So I start scouring the internet, I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. Obviously, whatever they're doing is genius because they're making $1 billion a year on gym memberships that seemingly nobody's using. And then it dawns on me, oh, they sell gym memberships but don't actually want you to use the gym. It's genius. It defies all business 101 logic.
Well, I mean, I don't know how anyone could derive any pleasure from being at a gym that's super packed all the time. I mean, that's what I would imagine, right? Is that the gym is super packed all the time because of how many members they have, right? Right? I mean, that's what they're claiming, is that like they have that many numbers and members and, you know, depending on like how often people are visiting to go to the gym, like it's, you know, at capacity or whatever. And so you go in there and it's like a freaking hot box. Like, no, that's what I would imagine. The gym is never packed. So something doesn't add up then. Yeah.
But in this one particular instance, it's absolutely genius, right? Business 101, give the customer what they want. Every other gym on the planet has been built with, I'm building a gym, I'm going to build a gym for people that go to the gym so they give me money. Planet Fitness didn't say that. Planet Fitness said, I'm going to build a gym and find people to pay for it and then convince them not to use it. Because when you zoom out, what is a gym selling? A gym isn't selling an experience. A gym isn't selling a good time. Nobody goes to the gym because they like going to the gym because it's fun.
Oh, basically trying to get people to like get subscriptions and then like keep paying those subscriptions. Interesting.
Wrong.
Buh, I know the comments are going to disagree, but ultimately, nobody starts working out because they're like, I just really want to pick something heavy up and put it down. No, you work out because you want to be in shape and fit and look good, and that is something that pretty much everybody wants to do. Buh, that's not true. Some people enjoy being in a bigger body. Buh. Shut the fuck up, that is not true. I know it's not true because every pop star in the past decade that made their entire career on being big, but they're still hot and sexy, the millisecond Ozempic, aka the vaccine for being fat, came out, they all got on it, lost 100 pounds, and now their Instagram is full of nothing but them working out at the gym 24/7. That's a fucking lie.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
And whoever runs Planet Fitness correctly saw this because they went, oh, our niche isn't meatheads that are in the gym all the time that are jacked and really big and strong. Our niche is everybody. But that 1% of the population that's already, you know, yoked up meatheads that are lifting in the gym all the time, they're already having their needs met by other gyms. So rather than opening up a gym and trying to compete for that 1%, what if we just opened up a gym and tried to take the other 99%? It's brilliant. Which raises the question, how do you market to these people? Because there's obviously a reason these people aren't going to the gym. We got to figure out what that reason is. And the biggest reason is they're intimidated or they don't know what to do. They've never worked out in their life. They walk into a gym, they see a bunch of big tattooed strong guys lifting up heavy weights, banging shit around, being loud. They get intimidated. They think this isn't the place for me. If I try to do what they're doing, I'm going to look weak. I'm going to look stupid. They're going to have negative thoughts about me. Everybody's going to be judging me, which is 99% of the time ridiculous. People at the gym will absolutely help you. The biggest, strongest dude in that gym is probably the nicest guy on the planet, but it's not the vibe they give off, so a lot of people get intimidated. And that is absolutely true. I've been coaching jujitsu for years and years, and I can't tell you the amount of people that tell me, I really want to try jujitsu, but I need to get in shape first. The people that think they need to get in shape before they go to the gym is insane. It's counterintuitive. Like, you go to the gym to get in shape. You don't have to get in shape to go to the gym, but that's what people think.
Spare me.
So Planet Fitness is like, okay, the big scary gym dudes are scaring off all the normal people. What do we do about that? I know. We'll discriminate against the big scary meatheads. Okay, how do you discriminate against a group of people? Step one, you gotta have a good slur, right?
Yes, we do.
You gotta have a catchy derogatory term to describe these people, so we're gonna invent one. What are these meathead guys? Well, they're hunks, but also they're lame because they're scaring everybody. We're gonna call them lunks, and then we're gonna get the lunk alarm, which is a big red fucking siren that'll go off in the gym if anybody's being a douchebag or lifting heavy weight, and that'll discriminate against these guys so they don't wanna work out there.
That's crazy.
Then we're gonna run this gym like it's an HOA. We're gonna have a little bit of redlining, if you will. We're gonna institute a bunch of policies that directly target these people to let them know they're not welcome. What are they doing? They're walking around drinking water out of a gallon jug.
I've never heard of that.
Jugs. They're wearing tank tops, showing off how big their arms are. No tank tops. What are they doing? They're dropping weights, they're lifting heavy things, they're grunting, they're being loud because they're actually working out. Not allowed.
Believe it or not, jail.
And then they had a diabolical stroke of genius, and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to get rid of free weights altogether. Planet Fitness is just going to have cardio machines and then weight machines with cables. No free weights whatsoever.
I'm playing bullshit!
And then we're going to paint everything Barney purple. That way, if any meathead does try to go into Planet Fitness and wants to film shit for their Instagram where they're flexing in the mirror or whatever, it's going to get ruined by this Barney purple equipment, and then everybody's going to know that they're working out at Planet Fitness, which is going to have a negative stigma in the meathead community anyways, which is going to further keep these people out. Then we're going to blast our marketing out as no gym intimidation at Planet Fitness, and a bunch of people are going to flock to it, and that's exactly what happened, and that's why they have 20 million members. It's literally an entire business model built on discrimination, and to be honest with you, I think it's kind of funny.
This is our stretching area.
All right, let's think up.
So not only does this discrimination tactic get them a ton of new subscriptions, it also saves them a ton of money because you know who ruins and breaks all the gym equipment? The big meatheads that are in there trying to break their new record, lifting more weight than they actually should be, dropping shit and ruining equipment. And guess who's not at that gym dropping and ruining equipment? All the meatheads. So now they have a longer life on all of their equipment, so they're actually making more money per member. Okay, but I know what you're thinking. Anybody could become a meathead. All you gotta do is go to the gym, put in hard work for a sustained period of time, and then eventually you're gonna be a jacked gym person too. Their own members are gonna be turning into meatheads, which ruins the entire strategy. Unless we guarantee that nobody becomes a meathead or nobody keeps lifting at the gym for a sustained period of time. And how are we gonna do that? We're gonna give away free fucking pizza.
Add 3 pounds of scales in the women's locker room before you go home. Yes, sir.
Yes, the gym for a period of time was known for giving out free pizza to its members. I think they quit doing it during COVID, but the entire strategy is just fucking diabolical. Like, I get a new person coming in here, they're trying to lose weight, they're trying to be in shape, they do a hard workout, they feel like they've accomplished something, and then they walk by freshly baked pizza and they're like, you know what? I did work hard. I'm gonna go ahead and have a slice. And then they just undo all the hard fucking work they did so they never gain any progress, ensuring that A, they never become a jack.
I mean, to be honest, if you are getting jacked, carbs are good. Carbs are good. Carbs are definitely not a bad thing. And actually, like cheese pizza, for example, does have a lot of protein. So you got protein and carbs. I think the thing is that if you're overeating on that pizza, well, I mean, the calories add up. But yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Gym person, or B, they don't see any progress over the course of months and months and they get discouraged and they quit, which is the ultimate goal because the only way you make gym equipment last longer than banning the meatheads is by banning everybody. If the gym equipment never gets used, it can't get worn out. Fucking science.
Get on the scale, son. Get off the scale.
So that's our product. That's what Planet Fitness is. Planet Fitness is a gym specifically designed for people that don't go to the gym. Okay, that's fine. It's obviously making a lot of money, but this doesn't answer the question, why the fuck do you need my banking information? Well, because you know who cancels their gym memberships? People that don't go to the fucking gym that are paying a gym membership.
We're fat and we're broke.
So now we get to the root of the problem. How do you keep somebody subscribed and paying for a service that they're probably not actually using? Well, you make it super cheap and hope they forget about it. And that's why Planet Fitness is like the cheapest gym out there. It's $15 a month. Or if you want their extra fancy card, it's $25 a month, their black card that allows you to have like access to the tanning beds and the massage beds and a bunch of other stuff. And then you can also go to any Planet Fitness in the country and you're allowed to bring a friend with you every time you go for free. Okay, that's the plan. Super cheap. They forget they have a gym membership. They keep paying us. They don't come in. They don't use our equipment. Everything goes great. Next problem, if they forget they even have a gym membership, when that 1-year contract elapses, they're obviously not going to renew it because they forgot they had it. Now we bought ourselves 12 months, but what are we going to do in 12 months when we lose all of our members? Well, we're going to write it into the contract when they first come in and start their gym membership that unless they cancel, it's automatically going to renew.
What do you mean?
That's crazy.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So now the only way these customers are going to stop paying Planet Fitness is if they actually cancel their membership, which raises a question. What if they cancel because they still might, because again, they're probably statistically not using this service.
Mm-hmm. Bastard. It's got to be his big break. We've got to fuck with him.
And this is where their business model goes from genius to diabolical and shitty. In order to have them not cancel their membership, we're going to make it as painful and monotonous as humanly possible. Step one, all of our memberships are going to have an annual membership fee that's going to be $49 a year, and then you pay the monthly membership on top of that, kind of like a credit card, which is probably why they call their premium membership the Black Card, because they're just ripping off Amex's business strategy. You know, because they charge an annual fee for their credit card, and then the fanciest Amex that you can have is the Amex Black Card.
Yeah,
now, obviously
true.
Charging $50 up front and then charging the first month's fee is going to make it hard to get new members. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it so it's only $1 when you come in to create your membership, but then every year after that, it's $49 billed immediately. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Why would this make people more likely to keep their membership if they're going to start getting billed even more money? Well, it's because it's billed automatically. And remember, you've probably forgotten that you have this gym membership until you see a bigger charge on your card randomly for $50. And then you look into it and you're like, oh shit, I still have that gym membership. I need to go in and cancel that. So you call in, at which point they will inform you, oh, well, because you've had a membership, even if it's just 1 day so far this year, we're still charging you the annual fee for the membership.
That's
so we're not giving you back
wild.
your $49, but you can still cancel your membership. However, because that membership 12-year contract automatically renewed, it's also a $58 buyout fee. Now, it is damn near as expensive to cancel your membership as it is to just keep it. So most people are gonna be like, fuck it, just keep it, and I'll remember in 12 months to cancel it then at the right time. You never will.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Now, the other option is you're somebody like me, you kind of have an attitude problem, and when somebody screws you over, you just don't ever want to work with them again. Like, fine, I'll front the money.
So
I'll pay it.
basically
I don't ever wanna work
Microsoft,
with you
yeah.
ever again. That's fine. So you call in and try to cancel your membership. You're willing to pay all these fees to leave, and then you're informed you're not allowed to cancel your membership over the phone. You have to come into the gym to do it.
That's diabolical.
Any Planet Fitness, it has to be the Planet Fitness where you originally started your membership, which raises a question, what the fuck do I do if I move to a different part of the country? I have to catch a flight back to the previous location that I lived to cancel this membership? No, no, no. That would be outrageous. They have a remote option, and that remote option is to send them a certified letter requesting your cancellation, okay? Not send a letter, send a certified letter. For those of you that don't know what that means, you can't just grab a letter, put a stamp on it, put it in your mailbox, and lift the little flag up. No, 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 no. You gotta take your happy ass all the way to the fucking post office, and then they have to pay extra postage to have it be a certified letter to make sure they get it.
Oh, you're serious.
Remember, this is all by design. Make it as painful and monotonous as possible so they don't cancel their membership, so they just go, fuck it, I guess I'm just paying them $15 a month for the rest of forever because this is frustrating as shit. Okay, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is, remember who their niche target audience is. At the end of the day, I'm not saying everybody at Planet Fitness is like this, but a significant portion are, because this is who they cater to. A significant portion of the people that go to Planet Fitness experience extreme social anxiety. Remember, they're marketing to people that are so self-conscious and so socially anxious that they can't fathom lifting weights in a room where somebody big and strong is also lifting weights because they're fearing that they're going to get judged and that's going to make them feel bad. And now the only way to cancel
Just work
this
out at
membership
home,
is
got
to
it,
go
yeah.
in person and be confrontational with a person, which is something they're not likely to do. Again, making it extremely unlikely that somebody's going to cancel their membership.
Outside bad. The sun's scary. He's not my friend. He wants to hurt me. Safer.
And this finally answers my original question, why the fuck do you need my banking information? Put yourself in their average customer's shoes. You have extreme social anxiety. You do not like confrontation with other people, especially
I do. I do.
in person. You do not want people having negative thoughts towards you. You loathe that feeling. And now you're stuck in a situation where you can either pay them $15 or $25 a month or put yourself through that. Or there is a third option. You could just cancel the debit card or credit card or report it stolen, then they won't have your info anymore, and then they can't bill you, membership terminated, and that's why they want your bank account information, so you can't even fucking do that. Now you are forced into one of two options. Option A, you jump through all their bullshit hoops that they've manufactured to make sure are as difficult and monotonous as possible, and then finally cancel your membership. Or B, you go and call your bank and tell them, quit giving my money to Planet Fitness, at which point Planet Fitness can legally still charge you internally and then send it off to collections on their behalf. This issue became so bad that the FTC finally stepped in. They tried to pass a law that's still pending, basically saying gyms can't do this shit. So Planet Fitness has since added an option where you are allowed to cancel your membership online. Obviously, they've made it as difficult as humanly possible to find, so difficult in fact that if you YouTube how to cancel your Planet Fitness membership, there's multiple videos with tens of thousands of views. And when you read the comments, a lot of them say, this still doesn't work. I've been trying to cancel my Planet Fitness membership for over a year. One of the top comments even said they had to get a lawyer to send a cease and desist to get Planet Fitness to stop billing their account, and they still haven't done it, and he's planning on taking them to court and suing them.
Hell yes.
And then from what I'm able to gather online, apparently because it's a franchise and different owners own different Planet Fitnesses, they can institute their own policy where even if you do cancel online, they still make you come in and cancel in person, meaning what the fuck is the point? So yeah, that's the entire business model. Basically, we'll make a gym that functions like an HOA so we can filter out all the people that we don't want. Then once we get all the people we do want that aren't confrontational, we'll make it as difficult as possible for them to ever leave.
Because here at Globo Gym, we're better than you. And we know it.
And that's why they can have 7,500
Wow.
members per location, which originally didn't make sense, but it makes sense now. It's just a diabolical money printing machine. It was such a good idea. Create a place for non-gym people to go work out at the gym and become gym people where they didn't have to fear getting judged, which you don't have to fear that at 99% of gyms anyways, but people feel that way. So they catered to those people. They wanted to get more people healthy and in the gym, and it's just the worst fucking execution and follow through you could possibly imagine. So needless to say, I will not be giving my banking information to Planet Fitness.
No.
Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. All that's over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Go to YMCA. Go to locally owned like community centers and gyms.